Welcome back, everybody, to the shit show of Sweat and Grime.
Fucking Rick just stole the reins right out from under me.
You got your host that's just fucking up pretty bad, Brian.
Wow.
Mr. Turn on the furnace.
What's happening, everybody?
All right, let's start that
I'm Greg
from
Johnson,
scratch.
and I'm
Brian,
on the microphone.
The fucking furnace. Start over.
We're rolling, man.
I know, but just redo it.
No, introduce yourself. I had to. And we got the Matt
motherfucking Todd. We don't even know what the fuck's going on. And on the phone, we have Keith
and Kyle
Richardson.
Reynolds.
Yeah. Someone paid attention.
Right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Tonight, he is going to actually be a split personality he agreed to tonight.
Yep.
So we can ask him questions as Keith or as Kyle?
Yeah, so listen to this. Try this out. Kyle, how's your day going?
It's pretty good. I went boat shopping this morning, so it's pretty nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Boat shopping?
We'll have to circle back to that
in
one.
the tent industry, you don't have much to do, so you just kind of do whatever you want.
And how is Keith doing tonight?
He bought a boat.
He's good. He's got a bush light in his hand, so he can't complain.
Ooh, all right.
So by the end of the show, we're going to have Keith talking, not Kyle.
Yes, exactly.
So stay on par with Greg tonight with the bush.
Yeah. I'll let you know, everyone, I empty.
All right, that works.
You got your drinking shoes on?
I got my drinking shoes on.
How many do you have lined up in front of you?
There's 3 already.
You need to go get more.
I got 3 right to the left of me, so yeah, we're on par. We're on par for this.
This is going to be great. So
This
Kyle, where about are you in what
the world?
What are you doing
who the
these
fuck
days?
is Kyle Richardson?
He's a tentist.
It's Keith.
I'm an erection specialist, if you want to.
Yes. An erection specialist. Elaborate on that. I think all the girls want to know about this.
Well, wait, hang on a second. Can we Zoom call this right now?
Is Keith an erection specialist or Kyle?
Just Kyle.
Just Kyle. Okay.
Yeah, the bush lattes ruined that for Keith.
Well, how many dicks have you actually seen?
Well, he didn't say he was an
He's an erection specialist. Like,
That's
there's
true.
something that goes with it.
It is true. Do you inspect penises?
Yeah, full time.
Okay.
So, hang on now, because as much bullshitting as we're doing, I have a serious question.
I feel like we need a do inspector penis
Gadget.
How is there really that much money in the fucking tent industry?
Yes, a shitload.
Really?
Oh, he's in the
and
tent
people
industry.
don't even know about it.
He's pitching tents.
So when
He's pitching tents all day
when
long.
he reached out to us, like it sparked my, I was just like the interest of being like, I got to reach out to this guy. Like,
Well, all I
let's
think
get him
of
on.
is the Office episode
Because
where
he explained
Andy's talking about finding a
it's
tentist.
the world that nobody knows about.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
does it
And
seem
overlooked.
really fucking quiet in here for some reason today?
Greg, bullshit.
What?
No.
Are you, you really?
No, this is it says my sex life.
Oh.
I was just, it seems quiet in here.
Is it because we don't have... Yeah, is it because the air isn't blasting 80 miles an hour?
I don't
freaking
know. It
air
just
blowing
seems
on us?
fucking quiet. Like, I feel lonely over here. I'm going to try to switch chair.
No, don't do that because you can get the whole...
go
By
sit
the
on
way, we're
Rick's
doing
lap.
officially... So I told you guys... I lied to you guys again. I told you we were going to have video last week, but it turns out I fucked up again. So
What else
this
is
week,
new?
officially...
Oh.
I actually tested it this time, so
With
I do
Kyle
know.
Richardson, we are going to be live.
With Keith Richards, we have we have live video. It's not live. It's actually going to post when the episode does.
I'm
But
gonna
we
call
have
it-
video.
I'm going to call him Kyler.
Kyler.
Yep.
So going back to who you are, what you do, tell us a little about what you do and what the hell.
Wait, I did say my sex life, so I do get to get rid of that card, right?
No, fuck no, because you were talking about the card.
Who cares?
That's.
I'm calling
Let's get
it
a little
fucking
background
W.
story
Put
on
your
our
finger
guest.
in that fucking trap, then.
They're fucking worried about their cards.
I know, right?
Yeah, we don't do this show for guests anymore.
We do a bunch of crystal meth on here.
Shut up, Keith. Put Kyle
You guys
back
are
on.
being a bunch of fucking bitches.
So Kyle, tell us about your erecting experiences, please.
So my dad started the company back in the 80s in New Jersey. And growing up, I was a punk-ass kid. Thought I knew more than my father and could do whatever I want. So I actually have a degree in landscape contracting and thought I wanted to be a landscaper.
That's a fucking degree.
Most people don't even get a degree in that.
No, I thought it was, do you know how to use a shovel?
Well, that's pretty much what the degree was.
All right.
Okay.
But you got an
You're a
official piece of
certified
paper?
dirt mover with a
Now,
shovel.
come on, don't downplay it. They
I'm
taught you
joking.
how to use some fucking $20 software that you downloaded to place artificial shrubs somewhere to show the homeowner.
That you paid
Yeah,
$1 trillion
when I went, it was
for?
all fucking hand drawing, so I actually learned how to hand draw all the designs. And
Which
shit
is
like that.
legit. Yeah.
Yeah. But when I graduated college, I worked for a landscaper and realized that anyone can buy a lawnmower and be a landscaper.
Yes, yes. I did
So
that
I
same thing in
quickly-
Texas.
You were a
Yeah.
landscaper in Texas?
Yep.
It's a
How many fucking jobs have you had?
It was
So
it was
many.
a short
I just
career.
found out that you worked at Home Depot today.
So Home Depot.
That's because he couldn't hack the landscaping.
I own the lawn care company.
No, just show me on a, like, is it more than 10?
Oh yeah, it's more than 10.
yeah. So banking industry,
Sheesh.
consulting industry, Home
Banking.
Depot. Oh fuck
Yeah,
yeah!
he was a
started in
banker.
banking. Operations
Teller?
manager.
That's not banking. Hey, being a teller
I
is
was
not
a
banking.
customer service
No,
representative.
that
God
motherfucker
damn
worked
it.
at the sperm bank.
He was the counter.
You know what? I started as a teller, and then I went to customer service, and then
he was in load management.
because I was yes, that's right. That's because I was destined for the trades. I started pulling pranks because I got bored out of my mind. So we had a vendor that would set up. It was one of those off-road sports companies.
Yeah.
And so they would set up like their 4-wheeler or whatever in our lobby. And one year they put a fucking snowmobile in there
Oh,
and put a dummy on
In
top
Texas?
of it. No, this was in
Yeah,
Michigan.
where adults snow.
I was going to say, good luck fucking
Yeah, they
selling a
didn't sell many of
snowmobile
them.
in Texas.
But they,
with every snowmobile, you get some nipple tassels.
yes. So they put the dummy on this fucker, and it sat there for like a month. So everyone's used to it. No one pays it any attention. So I went to Spencer's Gift and I got a fart machine.
Yeah.
Because my customer service desk was like 20 feet away. And so I just sit there with the remote all day as customers would go by and rip it. And dude, like half of them looked appalled, and then the other half of them would just die laughing. Well, it didn't go over well, so they relegated me to the basement where I sorted checks.
And he sorted checks and looked
like
for his
my
stapler.
stapler.
Yes.
I feel like this is my first day today. Like, I can't get this microphone right. Like, I don't know what to do with
I
my
think it's because you're
hands.
not drinking.
Just put your hands around
is
it
true.
and choke
Yeah.
it, Greg.
Yes.
That's what it is. I'm not drinking.
Oh, well,
yeah.
that's
So
on you.
So
you make
our
poor life
main man
choices.
Greg Johnson has a job at the airport downtown Detroit that if he
Baggage
gets
handler.
a phone call, he needs to go. So he has to be 100% sober for that. So
I've
he's being
never done this
responsible.
podcast sober.
That's really
That's
lame.
why-
It's great, ain't it?
No, like, that's why it's
Yeah,
like,
Rick-
is
Rick
it
does it every
quiet
day.
in here or
I
something's
get jacked
fucked
up
up?
on coffee.
I knew something was wrong, and you just put your finger
Like
on
it's
it.
almost as bad as mouth herpes.
It's fucking
Oh.
way worse than that.
We need to get Greg some hormone injections.
So going back to
Put your finger
the
in
main
that
man on
mousetrap.
The tentist.
the phone.
Keith Richardson, the
tentist.
tentist.
So in the
Tyler.
1980s, your dad started the company, and you went with it?
I decided I wanted to be a landscaper because I didn't want to listen to my father anymore.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Like, I don't know what the
he
fuck
gave
to
me
do.
the option when I was in high school. I could go to college, or he would send me somewhere else to work for another tank company for a year.
All right.
And I was fucking stupid and said, fuck this, I'll go spend money on college because that makes a lot more sense.
Hey, Rick, if I get drunk,
By
will you drive me to the
spending
airport?
money on debt.
Okay.
A piece of paper to
Yeah.
put in shrubs.
I
Yep.
feel like you made a poor choice.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
you know.
hey, it got
At
you
the
to
same
where you
time,
are
it was
now.
college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a blast, fucking party.
Now, being in college, how many times did
Swipe
you wake
bitches.
up half naked at Denny's parking lot?
Oh,
We've all
fuck.
been there.
I woke up pissing in my desk drawers. There's some shit from college.
You got a great piss the bed story?
Oh yeah, I peed in my desk drawer. Screamed at my roommate because he was not giving me any privacy while I was doing it.
I fucking love it. Everybody has a good piss the bed story, I think.
Pass the bed?
Pass the bed.
I'm not
Yeah,
drunk,
pass
so you
the bed.
can't make fun of me.
That just means
The trainable retarded.
That's me. Yeah, it's not my fault.
so. You went to what did you go to college for?
Landscape.
Landscape contracting.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And how much
I thought
did
that
that-
was after the
How
landscape.
much did that set
okay.
you back in debt?
About $40,000.
Oh, Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, real tangible life asset. Like, what did you take out of that?
Teenage
a lot
pregnancy.
of the management stuff was worth it, and the business side of it.
Yeah.
So all that stuff
so
I
they
still use
actually
day to day.
they did teach you like that part. It wasn't like if you cut the grass, use the blower afterwards, not before.
Or
I mean,
they're like,
there was that stuff too, but there's management classes
Well,
and
the
all that
stuff you
stuff. So
took from
that
it.
was worth it.
Yeah.
or they're like, hire a Mexican to dig your ditch way faster than you and cheaper.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So how many days or months or years did you play in the landscaping realm?
I was in the
I literally
game
feel like it's
for
my
about
first day.
3.5 years.
Did you start your own company or were you working for a company?
I was working for a guy.
All right.
But then I got into equipment sales after that. So I was selling Avant wheel loaders. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Amont?
Avant.
Avant.
They're green.
No.
Avant.
So, yeah, they're a mini articulated wheel loader.
Oh,
and I was-
yeah. The little
Is that
landscape
those
guys.
little green things we saw at Ulta the other day?
Yeah, those are pretty
Those are
freaking
so
nifty.
Those
Cute.
are
Cool.
Yeah, they're cute. But
They're
yeah.
cute.
That's like something Tot would run.
Fuck
Or
yeah.
Yeah,
that
so-
guy, what was his name that was swiping bitches on his little fucking digger?
Andrew Ruggiero or Ruggiero. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you sold
Unfortunately,
those fuckers.
Andrew would fucking drive it
Yeah,
off
now
a
I own
cliff.
6 of them.
You own 6 of them.
Yeah. So they're big in the tent industry. That's
What?
like the number one machine everyone uses.
What do you use?
No,
a
why
little
is
guy-
Because
that?
they got that extending boom, so you can erect
Yeah.
that bitch.
Exactly. And so one guy developed a whole line of tools, so like jackhammers, stake pullers, things to push and pull
Hitachis.
plant tops and
I
all
think
that
they should
stuff.
paint them red and yellow with the top so it looks like the play school car.
No, that would take over my pump truck. No.
Yeah,
not
Jesus,
even-
you don't want to look
whoa.
like the pump
Rick.
truck here.
Rick, now it's been one episode.
There's only one person that gets to drive the weenie wagon around. That's
Hold on,
me.
it's been one episode since we had the audience sort of start chiming in on the food truck.
So on that note, as of the night of this recording,
Yep.
that episode just went live. And so we are going to give it to the end of this week because Instagram has already been going crazy before that episode dropped. Now all of the actual podcast listeners get to listen. And then they get to
so
go try.
hopefully we have about 5,000 comments of what it
all
should be.
sorts
The
of
fucking
shit.
stool
So
ball.
And I
in
will
that
say,
note,
guys-
I am gonna turn my phone off that night because my god,
It's already happening.
It's already
It's
happening.
happening. It's
It's
happening
I
right now.
want the stool bus. So anybody that likes Greg Johnson, vote for the stool bus.
Dude, you are along with like 5 other people. Like the unoriginality.
You know
in that
why?
Yeah, that's
is-
horrible.
You know
Yeah,
why?
thank you.
It's because of short-minded people that can't
Did you
get
see
out of the
what I
box.
commented?
Went to Google.
No. What
No,
was
what'd you
yours?
comment?
On the road to success.
yes, I saw that. I
that
fucking
one-
died laughing. I was
That
saying to my
one-
girlfriend, I'm
that
like,
one
this
might-
is great.
That one might be better than the stool bus.
It's way
Okay.
better.
I have that written on the back of my pump trucks. That's what all mine say.
You got pump trucks too?
No, he said if
Yeah.
he had them.
Oh, I'm
No,
like,
I do.
you do?
I have 3. Yeah.
Jesus
I'm in the-
criminy. What
So
are you
wait a
doing?
second
What
here.
the fuck do tents have to do with poo?
Well,
Well,
you got the Porta Johns to go with
And
your
resting
tent.
bitch.
He's an
Yeah.
event super.
Oh, so you guys rent
Yeah.
Porta Johns?
Yeah, I got 300 porta johns.
If you motherfuckers would shut up and let them talk. Jesus Christ. It's like a dick singing
listen,
fucking
Rick, the
contest
most
around here.
fucking irresponsible who strokes out most of the time,
Yeah.
is
So what?
now all of a sudden
Yeah.
this guy.
Whoa,
Someone's
guys, the
got to
guest.
take over the podcast.
Rick's like, wait a second, this guy's in the same business as me. Let
Yeah.
me listen.
Oh, no, I like it.
See now Rick is awake.
Yeah, I've always been awake.
He's listening now.
Sometimes I just decide to participate. So anyways, let's get back to this landscape journey. It was 3 years. What did you do? Where did it go? And then how did you advance to where you're at today?
Hey, why don't you try putting that microphone like actually in front of your mouth?
Oh, yeah. Hey, let me talk to
That's
this
how that
motherfucker.
works.
I
There
literally
you
feel
go.
like everybody in this studio has like just forgot what they're doing.
I have forgot.
I've never been in this room and not had a beer.
Greg, you
can
make
have-
poor
you can
life
have one
choices.
beer. You're on call. Come on, let's go. You're
That's
fine.
true. One beer is
Don't let the guest outdrink you, Greg.
like if this
Nah,
were the
you-
70s, you could take down a 6-pack. But I feel like we've reduced to where one's acceptable.
Well, Rick said he'd drive
Exactly.
me.
Oh, I drive them. You know what? Your badge, I could get us across the airport if you're drunk, and by all means,
What do you have
I
to
could
do?
I could do the plumbing if you're there.
I don't
Just tell
think
me
we
what
can
I
do
got
that.
to
I
do.
don't think it's legal, so I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
no, I don't need that trouble.
I think it'd be fine, Greg.
I don't think so.
Yeah, look, you just gotta push your belly out a little more. I'll suck it in. Fucking.
You don't even look like me. Not at all.
Yeah, it does.
You look way more like Farva than I do.
You know what? We'll just cut your fucking pubic hair off, tape it back to my hat. It looked just like you, dude.
Perfect.
Is there any feasible way that Rick could look like me?
Oh God.
No.
My wife would fucking divorce me.
If you got the mullet.
Yeah, oh yeah. If I looked like a fucking penis out of control hairstyle, like she'd be like, "You got to go."
This is the best fucking mullet there is.
You look like Greg.
Rick.
You look like Greg.
It always comes back to penises. Like every
It's
time.
fucking right. You know why?
Every time.
Because you're hanging around with four
ask the
swinging
guest.
dicks.
There's an episode called "We Think Rick's Gay." Where do you sit on that?
Yeah.
He does bring up penis a lot.
Thank you.
Fucking A.
Sweet G, and it's it's like right out of the gate every fucking time. We're talking about like, hey, did you
Airplanes.
guys go to church on Sunday? And Rick's like, did you see that penis?
Because when he goes to church, he's praying the gay way.
Yeah, well, that makes sense if he saw it at church.
Yeah.
He's just an altar boy.
And he loved it.
Full send, baby. like at least I jump off the cliff when I go. There's no like pre-gaming the fucking abuse that's going to happen.
I think the legal limit's
You
0.8.
dive right in there.
Yeah.
Full fucking send.
Send.
That's what he does.
So, Kyle, tell us how you got to where you're at from leaving the landscape company, and how did it help you?
It was good. I learned a lot of things. You know, not being the boss's kid, you have a lot of you look at things differently because you're just an employee.
yeah.
And then that's kind of when I had the realization that my dad wasn't so bad. So I went back and worked for him, and then I was a laborer, installer, and I've worked from that. Now I'm operations manager, running 40 guys, telling them what to do day to day.
You're like the little engine that could.
That's what you gotta do. You know, being the boss's kid, everyone's like, "Oh, it must be
I'm
fucking
calling
nice."
bullshit.
Whatever, that fit right
Rick?
in. It was
I was going to
fucking card.
I was going to kind of say that was a little shitty.
Todd,
The little engine that could was
Todd?
pretty good. I thought it was
That was
legit.
fucking
you're not going to be the
horrible. Now that I
fucking
know it was
deal
a
breaker
card.
that makes him
What the
put a
fuck?
penny on that motherfucker.
You glossed right over it because
hey.
I was talking about your ambition.
you know what?
Kyle
Fuck it,
ran
Kyle's on
right
the phone.
into it. So
Yeah,
he
Kyle.
walked with it.
Hey, Kyler, do you
Yes.
think that was? Could you tell that was his card or not?
I did think it was a little off, but
Put
Nice.
Get the
I didn't
penny.
know it was his card.
Put it on the mousetrap.
Where's
So-
the penny?
There's a dime right
All right,
there. It
give me
doesn't matter.
shoot the dime
I
over
couldn't
here.
tell when you guys were chucking it at Brian's head.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, as we put this dime on the mousetrap, and Brian
We
hopefully
figured out
loses
that
a finger.
a penny is not heavy enough to make it set off. So the dime.
You look so
is-
nervous.
Dude, that thing's
So,
She is rigged to go.
So keep telling your story, please.
So now we're running about 40 guys peak season. We travel up and down the East Coast. And yeah, we put up fucking tents every day. I got full-time carpenters, electricians,
Oh shit!
I got
all
it.
stuff like that. So
Success.
All right, sorry. Didn't mean to distract.
So are
But you know what? I don't mind distracting, goddammit, because you're the whole reason I had to put that fucking dime on there anyway.
So nice thing is
Fuck
like
you.
Hey, Kyler, I have a question for you.
yep.
If we bought a cattle prod
Oh, God, dude.
and had it in the sweat and grime room, would you find that entertaining?
Are you gonna? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We'll
Yes,
sit
of
here
course.
all shirtless.
he's just to make sure it's not when I'm a guest and you guys are all
No,
just
fuck
like
it. That's part of
stroking
the
out.
fun.
See, I think we maybe. How far are you away?
I'm in New Jersey. That's kind of far, but
It's not
He's a
that
Jersey
bad. I've been
Shore.
there.
I got friends in Michigan, so
Yeah.
Oh, dude, whereabouts?
Lansing.
You saying,
Oh, yeah.
you saying we might have a live studio audience?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
bring you and your
Oh,
friends.
see, now that was solid.
Now that was smooth, Brian.
That was
Thank you.
smooth.
I'm the little train that could. I mean,
I thought it was
I don't-
legit.
I
He
mean-
ran with it. It was good.
I really
Well, let's
just
move
want to
on.
see-
Let's move
fucking
on.
I'm
hard.
Let's
liven
fail.
this shit up.
hard
Have you-
room. Jesus
to the
Christ.
guy that's wearing the blue fucking hat, the little train that could.
I just wanted to see him get lit up by a mousetrap.
Exactly. That's what it was about. It has nothing to do with the smoothness. Everyone's just like, no, who's going to get fucked first?
I mean, this is the first live version, so if somebody doesn't get hit with the mousetrap hard, I feel like we
Yeah,
failed.
someone's got to break the ice.
I feel like we
that's
failed.
true. So, tenting. how did you go from landscaping to tenting?
He already told us.
Your tent. Oh, that's right. Your dad tented.
They have 40 people that work underneath him.
Yes.
Carpenters and operators and everything else, right?
What the fuck happened to him?
They got full-blown operations.
He just decided to pop back in.
Are you guys union or are you non-union?
We are non-union.
You're non-union, right? How does that fly when you guys go to the big cities to do the large events?
I missed this whole
It's
episode.
not bad. If we have to crane stuff in, we got to bring in union riggers usually, but that's it.
Nice.
So we do 1 or 2 crane jobs a year, and we'll bring in union guys to do that stuff. But,
Gotcha. Because we're all sitting, when we think of like party tent rentals, we think of a little tiny.
We think of tiny tents because that's all we're used to, but you're talking big manly tents.
Yeah, we grow it 100 feet wide by however long you want.
What are you packing,
Holy
Rick?
shit.
Well, at the beginning of the podcast,
Rick before the podcast was like, "Man, these sweatpants, I'm going to compete with him."
I thought we were going to have a tent off, but no more. Me and my nipple blades are just going to disappear.
Jesus Christ.
So what made you want to come on Sweat and Grime?
The tent off.
I have the same passion for getting people to come into, I consider tenting part of the trades as everyone else, and no one even knows the tent industry exists or what we do.
I got to
shit
stop.
like that. So anything that would get it out there that people can make a lot of money and it's fun.
It's
And
fun.
you get to go all these cool places is what I'm all about.
I got to stop. How's tenting in the trades? Like,
You're workers just like you.
Got to hear his opinion.
You're doing a layout. You're doing erecting. There's a lot to it.
I get it, but I want to hear.
Temporary buildings, and then we take them.
And it has to be structurally solid while it lasts. You have
There's
a tent go down.
engineering and everything.
Yeah.
Well, from some of the tent rentals that we rented on, I don't even think those boys would have qualified to be in the trades.
Well, we should hang
the
on,
tent
hang
would have
on,
fucking
hang on,
folded, bro.
We should specify. You are not a bounce house tent rental
tent
place.
rental.
You're talking legit, like if they fell, they
like
could
the
kill
Detroit
people
Auto
tents.
Show fucking tents in the freaking
Yes, exactly.
like the concerts downtown Detroit.
Rick's
or
thinking you're out there with a fucking
graduation
inflatable
party tent.
Yeah, see, I thought we were talking to the guy that comes to your graduation and sets up a little tiny fucking
with
tent.
the bounce house next door. Yeah,
that is not a trade.
From my understanding, that's how you guys started, right?
Yeah, that's usually how everyone starts, and then it just grows and grows from there.
Yeah,
that is tenting in
and
a nutshell, isn't it?
the erection just gets larger,
kind of small, and then
yeah,
works
and
its
then
way
over
onto
time it gets bigger and bigger.
Your erection grows.
Yes.
Kyle puts on his raptor attack.
through enough tickling and foreplay, they get big.
So
Rick, you're running pretty
So
smooth
how
today.
how the fuck did you guys stumble into getting those loaders on board and all of that business as you grew? That seems like you really step up a level.
Yeah, so one guy out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania just decided to do it for his own company and realized he could sell them to everyone. So now he kind of has a hold on the market, and he's making a shitload of money selling these loaders to the tent industry. And we just bought our first one 4 years ago, and we're up to 6 now.
Wow.
No shit.
Today.
So let me ask you this. Ballpark, I'm not asking you to give away all your trade secrets, but ballpark, what are you guys paying for a tent that size? Like, that's got to be
Like the
some
person erecting
serious
it?
cash. No.
Or
Like
the-
the actual physical thing that you're
To
putting up.
purchase?
The rental contract.
Yes. No.
For us?
For them to go buy a tent that they're going to go erect and rent, what are they putting in for input costs for that tent? That's got to be some serious
Fuck,
smack.
a brand new tent that big?
50 to 300,000 is the range.
Holy fuck.
Yes.
Wow. You could live in that tent.
Now he's part of the trades.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
spent a shitload of money to maybe make
And that's
some.
just for you guys to buy, right? And then you're selling it to the customer for shit.
Well,
Selling it or renting it?
we're renting it usually, so
Oh, yeah.
you're not making your money. Sometimes it's 3, 4, 5 rentals before you make your money.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. 3 or 4 or 5 rentals ain't nothing.
I was going to say, I'll take that. I'm in the
Fuck,
tenting
yeah.
business tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm
Rick's
erecting a
running
300
tonight.
You go buy
Fucking right.
you go buy a $500,000 excavator, and you got to run that bitch 3-4 years
Yeah,
before
before
you
you
pay
get
Now,
Yeah.
it
like
off.
you said, what is the largest tent you guys purchased to make into the rental industry?
So the largest one we have is a 30-meter which is 100 feet wide, but they go up to 60 meter wide.
No, wait. Are you telling me the tent industry runs on the metric system?
Yeah, it's like the Viagra.
All the large tents usually run on metric. As you get smaller, they run into
I hate to say it, but the metric system just makes so much fucking sense.
It does. We should have switched back in elementary school when we were all told, "Oh yeah, learn the metric system because we're all going to switch."
I remember we're like the fucking stupid kid that won't admit that they're
rulers
stupid.
that were inches and then centimeters on the other side. Is like, yeah, don't look at that.
Yeah,
I like the metric wrenches, dude.
The beautiful aspect of the American
because
culture.
if a 10 isn't, if it's too small,
11.
You go to an 11.
Yeah.
Right. So
you
the
don't
beautiful
have to sit there and do fractions and shit.
No.
What I love so much about American culture is we are the trainable retarded of the world.
Yes.
But we also go and command everyone else to learn our way. So we're like, you know what? When it comes to air traffic and sea travel, fuck it. I'm not going to learn how to speak anyone else's language. We've declared the international language of air and sea travel as English. And everyone was like, all right, I guess.
Sure.
You're going to hit that iceberg.
Thank God.
And then the world was like, fucking metric is the way to go. And we were like, but we're going to continue to try to convert inches over to pints and quarts.
I'm glad it's fucking English, though, dude, because if you've listened to some of these people talk, I can't understand a motherfucking thing. It sounds like a song.
But wait a second.
Like a
Because
song.
it's another language.
This guy's from New Jersey, so you know what I always notice?
You know what? He carries a fucking club around.
People that are
machete.
from the
A cleaver.
Who?
Jersey boy.
He carries a cleaver.
Like DeLuca.
Yeah, John, our buddy John.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you
So
know? Have you seen him
noticed
around?
that the
I
people
have
from
seen
the
his trucks
South
before.
Yeah, that's
think we
awesome.
have an accent?
We don't have an accent. Everyone else does.
Bab.
No,
Tam.
you guys
I
do
agree.
talk funny. But
Yeah. Fucking
We
Bab
talk
and
fucking
Tam.
funny?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Never mind.
But I would say for a Jersey
don't back
person,
down
you
from
don't
Greg.
have the Jersey accent that I'm like when I think of a Jersey person.
It's
like,
because he
Well, you
ain't
think
got
of
the
the fucking
Jersey.
the armpit of America.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
I know
very
it.
true.
I don't think it. I know it.
You know what? We should
honest.
we should ship
I'm
him a
sitting in my
box of
house right now
deodorant.
with 12 acres of land in
nice.
the middle of farm country.
Hell
See,
yeah.
when my only experience with New Jersey is I went there, I flew into the airport, and I get out, I get in my rental car, and
Someone just punch you in the face.
no, they're putting this, they're
Took
putting,
Greg's shit and left.
Welcome to Jersey.
you know that thing they put over your fender when they work on your car so they don't scratch
Oh,
it?
the little skirt?
Yeah, they're putting that shit on the front and the back bumper of the car, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And
Does
they're
they ass pound you?
yeah, it's called a bumper buddy, and I'm like, what am I going to need that for? And they're like, oh, you're about to find out. You've never been here and drove, and I'm like, no. They're like, dude, get ready.
Greg's about to get into sexy pillow fights around here in New Jersey.
I pull out onto the interstate, and literally some asshole comes and passes me on the median, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck it. I guess he's driving like an asshole. And then a dude passes him on the grass, and I'm like, oh, fuck, it's going to be like this, huh?
It's like downtown Detroit.
It's way worse, dude. It makes that seem like fucking entry-level bullshit.
We went to
It's fucking crazy.
We went to Manhattan for my buddy's wedding, and the reception was in New Jersey, like Jersey Shore or something like that, and which was retarded because it was such a long distance. For no one had cars, we all flew there, so we had to take an Uber, and like this is when Uber just started. And it was like a huge dispute between the taxi drivers and the fucking
the union. That was a big deal. Fuck yeah.
There's like 6 or 7 of us, I think it was, and this Uber shows up in this like little tiny 4-seat car. He's like, "Oh, we'll get you all in." We're like, "All right." So we jumped in. I'm in the fucking trunk and shit.
Buddy.
Dude, I'm telling you. Those fuckers drove like 100 miles per hour in a 45, and we're just zipping in. He just wanted to get us to our destination and back, but I did not think we were going to make there in one piece.
Those are I like those kind of rides.
No, that was
like get me here as fast as you can. We did that the one time we took a cab. I think we're out in Vegas, and the dude. I'm like, dude, I'm never going to get there. Like the fucking strip is just busy. He's like, hang on, man. Next thing you know, he's going through the fucking parking lots and alleyways, like not even stopping at the intersections. I'm like, I'm about to fucking die.
The most terrified my wife has ever been was we went to Chicago. She jumped in a cab, and dude, this guy was flying through Chicago. She got out of the car, and she's like, we will walk home.
Yeah.
I don't care how long it takes.
I made it.
I'm like, it's fucking snowing.
When I started traveling regularly, I just accepted the fact that
Your life is in their hands.
Well, no, when you're riding with a cabbie, the way I always think about it is they've made it this far in life and they drive for a living. I'm just going to sit back in total faith that I will live through this experience. And that's about the only way you can do it.
You got to ask him how many people he's killed.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Well, it don't matter,
Is that
though.
like a serious question you ask when you get in your cabs?
No, it's the
Hey, man, how
same.
many people you killed?
It's the same conversation with the pilot. Like, how
Yeah.
many times have you crashed a motherfucking plane? If you've done it 3 times, you're a good pilot. Because you're still here.
We're back to that conversation.
You're seasoned.
Greg's got this fucked up perspective that if you crash planes, you're a good pilot.
No, if you crash planes and no one dies, you're a good pilot.
Yeah, but see, when you're an
Well, is
Uber
that
driver,
crashing?
when you're an Uber
Yeah, right.
driver, you get
No,
paid
it's
whether
emergency
they're dead or
landing.
alive, dude. It don't matter.
I'm going to relabel it as emergency landing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every time you say crash a plane and you're a good pilot, my brain goes,
I would have
those
to-
two do not go together.
I'd have to say he's a highly skilled pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they call it a near miss.
What?
They nearly fucking crashed.
What's your take on that, Kyle?
Yeah, that's a near. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Really,
saying? It's kind of stupid.
I want to know why first class is in the front of the plane and not the back, because I've never seen a plane back into a mountain.
That's true.
Right?
That's a
The
good
rich
point.
people die first.
Yeah, exactly. Why do they have to be the cushions?
Hey, it gives all of us
too.
fucking
Well,
peasants
now-
a freaking chance to live.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's because the rich are a little bit fluffier because they don't have to work. So it's
They,
Oh, that's
they
true.
know it's the survival of the fittest, and the skinnier boys are going to be in the back. Mm-hmm. So, Kyle, why are you New Jersey
It's
people just
Kyler.
like gangsters? Why are you guys so rude and shrewd?
I'm right. Because everyone's a fucking asshole.
And why are
Yeah,
y'all
it's
6 foot tall and Italian? 6 foot plus.
Right.
Because that's how we're bred. It's good genes out here. What are you guys, 5'4"?
Yeah,
Good
fucking A.
genes.
Yeah.
5'9.5".
But we ain't fucking inbred. Got him.
That's all that matters.
That's called line breeding, bitches.
I'm not from West Virginia, you know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you know what? I thought West Virginia was all just stories and built way up. And then I
It is.
drove
No, West
myself.
Virginia's just full
Holy
of heart-wrenching orphans.
No
That's
bullshit.
a
Get
fucking
on it.
penny. Get,
Get
up on
on
it.
it.
Get up on it, Tot.
Hey, by the
Give
way,
Todd a quarter.
Kyler, you probably haven't heard this yet.
You
but
gotta leave
last
that on there,
time,
Todd. You gotta stick one on top.
Tot had his pants down.
Yeah, it's trying
And
to
we
put
were
his dick
throwing
in there.
And we were
traps
tossing him
inside
in his
of it.
wiener schnitzel.
That was great.
Jesus Christ.
That hasn't aired yet.
Yeah. So,
Kyler.
I like calling him Kyler.
Yeah, I
West-
like it. It's kind of sexy.
so West Virginia,
Don't
like
be getting
legit,
turned on now.
Now,
was the most hillbilly back-asswards place that I have ever been in my life. And I got lost there in a rainstorm, and I thought for sure
oh, you pussy.
I was going to actually... What is happening over there? God
Did-
damn.
Are you worried your cousin lived there or something? Because they don't want you if you're not related.
No.
Brian
Fuck, I was
only,
driving through.
Brian only goes for sisters, according to the
Yeah,
stories
Brian.
I've heard.
Brian's more of a like, hey, I need to know if you got a sister involved,
That's right.
because
There it is, Tot. Just get ready
Yeah.
for
Todd's
it.
getting serious. He's
Just
actually
get ready
ready
for
for
it.
it. Here, it's coming.
I want to watch.
No,
someone,
you do not drop that on there.
yeah, because then we get to throw it at you.
No, he's going to put it on with his tongue.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, you got to keep that quarter on there.
Now he's got to go for 2.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
we
not
need to give
allowing
him-
me to do
We
it.
need to give him a pog slammer. Put that fucker on there.
Yeah, I forgot about Pogs.
Pogs were fucking badass, and then they just disappeared overnight.
God, how old are you? Are you old enough to know about Pogs?
I know that. Yeah.
No, I'm only 27.
Oh, and you don't know about Pogs? They had already faded out from existence.
See, I'm 40 and Pogs were not a
Dude,
thing
Google
for me.
Pogs right now. This is the
Pogs were
fucking
so
the
badass.
best thing. I think it was like the magic cards of like the new generation of now, or like
No.
Pokemon.
Dungeons and Dragons
But
shit,
I'm just
or
saying,
what?
No.
like the group games, you know. And we used to collect these fucking They're like $50.
I was going
Actually-
to defend myself, but it made me
Cardboard cutouts.
I think
of
I had
random-
one of
Never
those.
seen these things in my life.
But
they're
you
fucking
collected
awesome.
these Pogs. They're these cardboard circles.
Hold on.
And you know, they had images on them, whatever. But then you had these slammers. And the slammers, so you'd
They were
pile
heavy
up,
as fuck.
You'd put your favorite Pog, you know, in the pile, and then you'd go in rotation of you slam
it.
And if you slammed it with this fucking like giant paperweight, and if you tipped it over to the tail side, You owned
the Pog.
And it was the craziest shit ever.
We found one of these in a storm drain the other day and didn't know what it was.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
It's out back. I'll go grab it.
Yeah, fucking love it. So what I was gonna defend myself against the Dungeons and Dragons, but then I realized it was
How
only
did you
gonna
do
make
that,
me
Todd?
sound like I was 80 years old.
Yeah.
Did it get you?
I just did it because it wasn't going off, and I just fucking went off on my finger.
But no, I was gonna say that was our generation's marbles.
I just set the fucking
Like, it's
mouse trap
fucking
off
old.
my finger. Dude, that thing was constructed like it wouldn't ever go off. So
I
I,
know,
just
it
set it
was-
off with my finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Greg fucking really cranked that one up.
So how do you get new contacts and new customers for tinting?
It's actually kind of hard.
Was that a joke?
It's hard to get the erections.
Yeah. You know what? I think I want to own a tent company just so I can make more erection jokes. Everything would be an erection joke.
There's a guy around
And that's
us
a miracle
who,
of
in the back
childbirth.
of his truck saying we have the best erections.
No, Todd. No,
You're
Todd.
fucking forcing. Now we need the cattle prod. You're not
Yeah.
even fucking trying now. I'm sorry. Tot's over here just totally laying waste to your story because he's just trying to work his cards in here.
It's rookie move.
Yeah, rookie move. Rookie move.
I got a fucking blue fingernail right now because I fucking
Yeah.
smashed that
So-
fucker on her.
So in all honesty, how do you go find new customers? Is it just flat out cold calling, or do you have to try to find events that are going on?
Is this a pog?
It's a lot
Let's
of cold
see.
calling and a lot of
No, it's
if you
not a pod.
see an event that goes on.
That
you
is
go
just a
suck
piece
the
of
shit
metal
out of
somebody
it
put through a
and
freaking
figure out how you
3D
can get in touch with the person.
etcher.
Gotcha. And so it's hours and hours
I'll bring in pogs
of
next week.
labor
We'll play
to get a maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, typical sales.
Well, fuck
Yeah,
if you
it
could
sucks.
pay. If you could pay that bitch off in 4 people, I'm sure I could sell a couple tent rentals in a year.
That's
It's
true.
harder. The problem is they're not as cheap as people think to rent.
How much is a tent rental?
Average ticket for us is between $5,000 and $100,000.
Holy shit!
Are you fucking kidding me?
$100,000 for a fucking tent.
Well, it's if you saw some of the
I'm
photos on
aware,
there.
but still, to spend $100,000 on a tent is just like I don't know that I could ever get right with God on that.
Well, when you get up to the $100,000, you're talking about like freaking
Events, like
week
events.
event.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going to
Yeah,
go.
you
get
spend
it.
it.
I'm
get
going
it.
to get some tent rentals around here. Them driving New fucking Jersey to borrow one. I'm going to give them 25%. Bring that
yeah.
bitch in for
Hey,
a
if we
weekend.
if we sell it for you, will you come erect it in freaking Michigan for us?
Hey, I got guys in Lansing. They'll be there in 20 minutes.
Oh, really? Who? Wait. So your buddy in Lansing
You have
is
a
also in
professional
the
tenter
tent
here in
erection
Lansing.
business.
Yeah. A very good friend.
Drop their name.
American Rentals.
Oh, fuck! I know all about American Rentals.
Do you really?
Really?
And they
Yeah.
also,
Tell
they
us
also
about
have a porta-john company.
Wait a
American,
second.
I think.
They have the American flag kind of behind their logo or whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm fairly confident that I have called on those guys, believe it or not, when I was selling equipment. But I didn't have the little squirty thing that would help them erect their tent, so they didn't like it.
Exactly.
Squirty thing?
The blue pill.
The squirty boom.
Squirty.
Yeah, the squirty boom.
The squirty boom. Yeah, that's why they like these for the tent industry. So those little green loaders, it's a mono boom,
Yeah.
but it telescopes out.
Oh, that's the
So
squirt
it squirts.
part.
Yeah, it
All
squirts
right.
out.
The main thing with those things, they don't fuck up the grass. So we were all skid steers before that, but
Yeah.
if you're not
Yeah,
good at what
you
you're
really
doing,
do a number on
Yeah,
the
those
grass.
things have turf tires. We looked at them there.
It's like a
saw one
fucking
the other day.
thermonuclear detonation. We'll just go full tot.
What the fuck?
Fucking run
Put
it.
your fucking finger on that trap.
Here, put this in there. See if the little
I don't even know if
aluminum
that's got any
I
weight.
totally owned up. I was going to pull a tot. I wasn't going to put in any effort.
Go for it, pumpkin pants.
So how does septic pumping and the whole tent rental go back and back?
Oh, you know
together?
what?
That thing weighs
So-
nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to
Now-
work.
we
now put
decided
a
to buy
penny
an
on top.
existing porta-john company back in 2020.
That was, considerably close to your penis.
Well, if you're saying that, he's got a long
Wait,
fucking
so
dick.
Exactly. So your tent don't mean shit.
You guys
Rick.
purchased an existing porta-john company that was going out of existence, is what you said?
Going out of
The guy did septics and porta-johns, and he wanted out of the
There we go. There's the
porta-john
stroke
business.
totten we were used to.
So you sat there and you're like, you know what? We build tents. People come here. They got to shit and piss and poop.
I thought it'd be a great idea, but it's not as glamorous as it sounds.
Hey,
But
Brian,
the Porta-John business?
No, why are you not drinking out of your cup?
You know, because...
Will you hold that up and show the audience?
Yes. So Greg bought me a cup.
You got to put it in front of the camera.
Well, yeah, you got to put it in front of the camera.
We got to discuss before we show.
I don't mean to cut Kyler off.
What happened?
I just saw it.
Greg bought me a cup, and it was very sweet. It's a Pride cup. God, this... Oh, you fucker.
Dude,
So...
he's going to get that right in his arm fat.
Exactly. This is going to hurt like a bitch. Right on the ass! God dang it.
So
Anyway, Greg buys me this cup.
because he is the gayest
Because
one of us
I
all.
am the raging liberal. It's got a rainbow and it says Pride on it. And so I was excited about the cup. Well, then the flood happened. And unfortunately, we had to move all of the furniture out of our studio because of the great flood. And in the process, my cup fell to the ground and shattered into 100 pieces. But Greg, being the man that he is,
Saved it.
he decided
He filled it
this
full of
will
cancer.
not be the final day of the Pride Cup. I can repair it like the $1 Million Man. And so he did with what looks like PVC cement. And so we're going to just flash this up around the camera. So this baby is covered in this gray goo.
It's JB Weld.
Oh, is it JB Weld?
And he was
Even
so
better.
not like
Nothing's
he
lined
didn't have
up.
enough
Dude, it got so
courage
sticky.
that it was
Yeah.
gonna freaking be waterproof. He freaking glued a
Well,
fucking
it would
cup
never, it would.
into it so he
It
could
would have
drink.
given me 8 forms of cancer and leak like a sieve. So we put a cup inside it.
On the backside of that whole cup, Greg and I were taking bets of how long you'd live.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's you. You know, you can pull life insurance policies on other people without
Yeah.
them knowing.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you can totally
Wait,
do
tell
that.
me more about this.
yeah. You don't have to have anyone's permission. I could go tomorrow and I could pull a life insurance policy on you,
Yeah.
and you'll have no clue. In fact,
Me knowing that I'm doing it myself, it cost me for a $3 million plan. I think it's like $160 a month.
well,
yeah,
who
but-
knows what I pay?
What would it cost? Does it cost you more if I put it on somebody I don't know?
Well, so little known business practice of Walmart, they take out
Life insurance
on
policy.
all their employees.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fucking genius.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah,
I
you
tried
could
to-
call it that.
I tried to put a life insurance policy on Pete, and they wouldn't let me.
You know what? I will say, you get a nice waft of JB Weld as you take a sip. It really complements the Busch Light flavor.
I love it. That
Dude,
compliments your hat.
Is it bottom lip on the JB Weld if you're drinking out of the cup?
What's that?
Is your bottom lip on the JB Weld?
No, it is just the essence that I'm catching.
Oh.
It really
Being-
just
being
hits
a-
the olfactory, right? Right
Being
as
the
you taste the
liberal,
bush.
being the liberal that Brian is, he will go nowhere near that JB Weld.
That's right. You know
it
what?
causes cancer in California.
I was going to say, as long as we're not in California, I'm safe.
So the hardest part about that was the cup was in so many pieces that like you had to build it from the bottom up.
Yes.
Well, that's typically how you got to build
Yeah, how
something.
else do you build something?
No, it wasn't like you could just take like 3 pieces and glue them together. There was seriously 40 pieces to
Yeah,
this
it was
cup.
a shitload of
Yeah,
pieces.
but you really put some.
It was a
effort
lot of
into
tender
this.
love and care that went
It
into
was.
the rebuild, not only purchasing, but rebuilding the cup.
Well,
And
my-
this,
my
this
wife
happened.
was special.
This happened the night that his wife probably wanted to make sweet, passionate love. He's like, "Hold on one second. This is whole. We're gonna pass
You know
that
what?
off. We're gonna
If
freaking
I
build
had
this
to
cup
guess,
tonight."
I went home with about a $50,000 tent that night.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
It was very lovely.
Brian went to Pound Town.
Hell yeah! So,
no,
yes.
my wife actually bought you that cup.
oh, did she?
Yeah.
Because she thinks highly
You
of
came
you.
in here taking credit.
No, I never took credit. I said we got you something.
You said
That's
I
what
got.
No.
every husband's job is to take credit for
That's
what
true.
it's
I
up.
do it all the time, and
That is
Melissa's
true.
getting so mad at me for
so
it.
Kyle, are you married or do you have
Kyler.
kids?
I've been married for a year and a half.
All right, congrats.
Did she? Was it the appeal of the tent that drew her in?
She's blind.
She's blind.
Well, that was supposed to be a joke, but no.
Oh God! It got so uncomfortable.
If we had a fucking record scratch on the fucking thing, it would have just.
This This is where the video is critical because the tone totally changed it here.
Dude,
It's like, where do we
That's
go?
like me. That's like Matt motherfucking talking, walking into like an all like black, freaking bar and just and trying to rap.
I just instantly had so many questions.
That's where I was going. I was going, fuck, do we go the serious question route? Is it okay to crack a joke? Like, where do we go?
Dude, I just would have went fucking balls out with that. Like, how many times has she rounded the corner and you're standing there with your dick in your hand and just, bam, let her run face first into it.
God, that was very uncomfortable.
That was
for a-
great.
If
for a
my
very
wife-
uncomfortable amount of time.
I had
So elaborate. So you, a year and a half, no offspring yet.
Can we pretend like she's blind? Because I had so
If you
many
saw me, you'd
questions.
think she was.
That was beautifully played. That was
been
beautifully played.
Yeah.
Dude.
You think he's in the cards of humanity?
That was one of your cards.
Oh, dude.
Fuck it. Hey, that was great. We all
You
just
know what?
paused.
So did you meet your wife in the tinting industry?
No, I met her. She was a bartender. And, if you're a tent guy, you're also a big drinker.
I was going to say,
Spend a lot-
that also probably goes hand in hand with the tent thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So how did you win her over?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what she was thinking. I ask her that every day.
Is she home right now?
No, she's in Florida on a boat.
Oh, with some other tinters?
Javier?
Hopefully a man wealthier than me.
Now here's the real question. Do you own the bigger tent or does the guy in Florida?
Probably the guy in Florida.
Oof. Now here's the question.
What is it like?
How do you
like
recover
splitting
from having a
wife?
small tent?
Well, but it really, in all honesty, does size matter in the tent industry?
No, because you can sell a bigger
we're-
one without having.
Yeah, you work for it.
Yeah, exactly. Size does matter.
Size
There's-
always fucking matters, Brian.
We're all friends. Like, we go to trade shows and we all drink together and are best friends, but we're so egotistical. If another guy who I don't like has 7 of the Avants, I will go buy another one today. Just
Just one up
because.
his motherfucking ass.
Yeah, exactly.
You've
That's what
already
it's all
mentioned
about.
this is a small industry, so when you say we all love each other, is that like all 12 of you guys?
No, there's probably more than you think.
Like
but,
45.
Dude, if I looked up Google tent erector in our area, we'd probably
Please
have.
do that right now.
Do it and see what comes up, Todd.
See what? Where's my phone?
You know what?
Just
it's
shorten it up and put pitching in a tent or
Well,
pitching a tent.
the problem is it's going to start autofilling with what he actually
Yeah,
searched
that's
for
great.
earlier.
Like, I could name 5 companies in Michigan right now, I bet.
Tent erectile dysfunction. That's what's going to pop up for Todd.
Jesus Christ.
How to know when to get your tent clipped.
Yeah, how's that feeling?
How are them balls?
Oh, dude, it's working good now.
Step 1 of erecting a tent. Do you got to trim the bushes so the tent looks bigger?
Oh, that's true.
Just wondering.
So, how long does it take you to erect a rather large tent?
Sometimes days.
Ooh,
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I would not have either. I would have thought you could have knocked that baby out in a day.
It all depends on how big you're going.
That's
All right,
so
so
like the bigger
just
ones,
never a
using-
truer statement has been
holy
said.
shit. There's probably fucking 70. I said
yeah.
in Michigan, and it's like just going and
Look,
going.
that's just around here.
You told us there
It's
was no one
Tyler.
in this business.
That was Warren, Fowlerville, Houghton Lake,
Houghton Lake is-
Bellevue,
That's
Carroll.
not close.
It's not
I
close
said
at
in
all.
Michigan.
Oh.
Oh,
There's more than 70 tent erectors in Michigan.
well, I would think so.
Well, you got one sitting right here.
American Structure and Tent.
I do.
Got 4
I
here.
used to erect a tent every morning. Every morning.
What happened?
Used to. What happened?
But were
Turned
you,
40.
were you qualified to do so?
Turned
Were you
40.
qualified to erect these tents?
Well, Greg, how long did it take you to de-erect your tent?
If it's more than 4 hours, you should see a doctor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, what's your greatest story you got being in
Oh, yeah.
business, pumping
Well, I
shit,
gotta-
tent erecting? Like, tell us some
all
stories.
I gotta-
Hold on. Let me just stop the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Rick wants to know shitter pumping stories.
Oh, I got to
Let her
one
go.
for you.
Oh, I can't wait till Ryan
Let her go.
listens to this shit.
I had a job. We were pumping out 6 restroom trailers that morning. It's me and another guy. I wasn't paying attention, and the fucking truck got full.
Oh, what happens then?
It blows
Okay,
out
well,
the top.
I wasn't also paying attention, and he took the shutoff valve off the hose and just went direct to the trailer. so the hose is full attached to the trailer. And you got to unhook it, obviously. So I'm standing there. I'm like, all right, we're just going to unhook it, and I'll throw it in the air above my head, and you cap it as fast as you can.
What? You're going to throw a live hose full of shit in the air?
You know what? No, well, I was holding it. I was just going to put it above my head.
Above your
gravity will keep the shit in.
Yeah.
Above your
push it back
head
out.
seems like the worst plan.
Yeah, like you got to hold. The level in the truck is higher than your head.
I was trying to get it higher than the fucking truck was my plan.
But if you have to throw it,
And you
only
went to
get
college?
that high. Yeah, what the fuck?
I wasn't thinking this whole thing through.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happened.
It was
So tell
This
us
is where
what
we
we
go on to
already
that.
know happens.
This is where we
great.
go on to the we're going to rip on the guest.
Yeah.
So it's me and the other guy. He's trying to put the cap on, and all that's doing is creating the mushroom of water, of
Yeah,
shit water that's just
shit water.
coming down on my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So I got covered, and I took a shit shower at 6:30 in the morning, and then worked all day in the same clothes because I didn't have any spare clothes in the truck.
Fuck that.
Did you throw out the Joe Dirt saying, I got the poo on me?
I did not. But around lunchtime, I looked over. There's some white specks all over my shirt, and that's when I realized that was all toilet paper.
That's not right. That's not
That's
right.
great.
In the industry, we
he
call
didn't
them
quit because he had money to be made. And he
Yeah,
went
fuck
through
that.
the day.
in the industry we call those Charmin balls.
Oh,
Yeah, shortened balls.
I think I've got a couple of those floating around back behind.
Yeah.
At any given time, they're Charmin balls.
Yeah, the
You know,
wife,
Brian,
the
you
wife
should
calls them
wipe a
clitty
little
litter.
cleaner.
What?
You should wipe a little more.
Clitty litter.
Titty litter?
Clitty litter? Is that where?
Yeah.
Tell us what is clitty litter, Rick?
No, I was the one that. Yeah,
That was
it's
this
clitty
guy
litter.
over here.
Yeah. We all know what they are.
Enlighten me. I'm young.
Greg, tell us how much clitty litter you've ate.
Ooh, I do have a good clitty litter eating story, but
Oh my
God, it's not for me. I got this. I got
Let's
this. second-
let's direct the
Actually, I can
conversation.
tell this story because the dude lives in Germany. He probably not listening.
Probably.
All right, so Greg has just turned into Uncle John.
So this podcast just turned from R-rated to fucking X-rated really quick. But
Yeah.
continue.
No, it's not. It's just
Tell us
literally.
your clit rated story of
It wasn't me. I got it
eating
secondhand.
Charmin balls.
Yeah, that's how it was described to me. Like
So tell me about your man-on-man story,
it
please.
wasn't me.
Well, let's hear it.
Let's hear about Clitty litter.
It wasn't that big of a deal. He was just like, "Ooh, what's that?" Ugh. Yeah, it was short and sweet, but I couldn't do it. I would barf my fucking brains out.
That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Clitty litter. What the fuck?
Did our
You got
guest hang
anything to
up?
add on that one, Kyle?
No, I'm gonna let that one go.
But in the industry, I mean, at least our industry, we know, there's clitty litter and Charmin balls
So-
and poo and
Tell us, our guest, tell them some of your experiences. What kind of objects and toys have you found in the pumping industry?
I haven't found any of the good toys. A lot of fucking needles. A
ooh.
lot of that's the nasty shit you find.
See, I am absolutely fucking terrified of needles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, terrified. So I don't think like I could do that industry. I would literally just lose my shit.
No,
You know what kills me is the underwear. I didn't realize people shit their pants so much.
isn't that crazy?
Would you say every Porta John has underwear in it?
I bet at least twice a week we're finding underwear.
Does the truck suck it up pretty good?
I want you know
No,
what?
you pick that shit out of there.
You got to barehand it.
I want to know. I want to know. Girls' underwear or dudes' underwear?
Mainly dudes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I would have
you know what? Shit happens.
And that goes back
and it
to
gets
my-
real quick.
That goes back to my theory that dudes have different buttholes than chicks.
It's true. I
They
will
do. We just
100%
do.
agree.
Is
Yeah.
it A, they probably just can't control their bowel movements anymore.
It's not even that. It's just like sometimes, like, for no reason, you're just like, what the fuck?
I always default to.
I think where it goes is that girls know when it's time, and guys push the limits.
Limits. Yeah, I agree with that.
They just try to be like, this is going to fucking smell epic. I got to let it rip.
Yeah.
So you think that it's because when the time arrives, they've they've built in enough time.
The girls
in their
I've surrounded
schedule.
myself with, they're classy enough that they don't just fart like whenever. They don't trust it.
I love how
So
we were
they
talking
hold
about.
it.
We're breaking down
Us,
the physics
we're just
of men
like-
and women farting and
Us
shit.
dumbasses, we'll just sit there and be like, "Well, I can fucking rip this one." It's like,
Well, that's what I was going to say.
God.
Is if
Like,
you
that
really
didn't
boil it
work.
down, I think men use a lot more force than the females.
Oh,
and
yeah.
as a result, there's a lot more blow by.
So,
But men commit
you're
to it.
saying that it's not that women have different buttholes than men; they're just better prepared.
Yeah, they just prepare
they're more
themselves.
responsible.
I don't believe it.
It's like giving a Camaro to a man versus a woman. Woman's just naturally going to be more responsible. She's not going to push the boundaries. She's not really going to go and put that accelerator to the floor.
Bro.
But the man is just,
No.
I'm not buying it.
No.
I think
If you've ever been
genetically,
around.
they have different buttholes.
Yeah.
we've all got Corvettes for buttholes.
But if you've ever been.
Cheese coming out of the butthole.
No, Todd. No.
You need to buy the cattle prod just for Todd at this
If
point
you've
in
ever
time.
been around a bunch of chicks, so one of them let it out, dude.
You just fucking man.
I went full send.
Yeah, you did.
I said,
You know
"Fuck
what?
it."
You did with the card, too. That was well earned and deserved.
Hey, Todd, next time you got to do it with your third leg.
Wait a second. I was a little bit drunk last time, but wasn't he willing to put his dick in there?
He was.
He was willing to drop to
Hang
the
on.
boxers.
Todd told me like 2 or 3 more beers from getting there, so a little
done
more.
after this. I'm
And
done
then it
after this.
was-
I gotta drive.
That
And then it was
pyramid
like
is
an-
getting big,
Yeah,
Todd.
and then it was an opposite game of darts.
So while we're on the air, is everybody in on beer darts?
No, fuck no.
Why?
Beer darts, where
God,
we
you know
have
what beer darts is?
a real
No.
prospect of getting our hand stuck with a dart.
No.
I'm out. No, fuck
So,
no.
Greg, explain what beer darts is.
It's a ball of earwax, semen, and tonail clippings.
No, it's not even close to that, Kanye West.
Are we just gonna go full tot?
I was trying
Everyone's
to.
just gonna ram them.
No.
Everyone's
beer-
all about half-ass foreplay.
Okay, that one I'll give you that
Yeah, I
one.
will give you that one. That was solid. Beer darts is like an 18-inch by 18-inch piece of foam.
Okay.
And then it has a ledge on it. Basically, you take a 2x6 and lay it on its edge, and then you put your beer can on the ledge, so you have like a backdrop of foam. Mm-hmm. And then I aim for your beer can with a dart, and you aim for my beer can with a dart. And whenever you hit the beer can with the dart, you have to drink down
But
to the
isn't
hole.
it sitting in front of you?
Yeah, it's sitting,
Yeah, all right,
no,
yeah.
So it sits right between your legs.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
That's
have
where it
to-
got
no.
weird.
The true gangsters of this game don't wear shoes.
Oh, fuck that.
Thank you. Fuck that
No.
is exactly what comes to mind.
You know
Fuck
what?
You
yeah.
know what? If we're going to play
I'm going
beer
to
darts,
challenge you, man on fucking man. If you don't do this, you
Dude,
have to turn in your man
Greg,
card.
you just went like man on bitch here.
You
So
know what?
you're liberal.
I'm just gonna take a drink out of the old mug here.
Kyle, Greg was telling us a story about this the other day, but like back in college, I went out to my buddy's place out in Kalamazoo. He was on the hockey team and shit. And all of a sudden I went to this party and like the whole team sat in a circle in lawn chairs drinking beers and everyone had a dart in their hand. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys playing? They're like, darts. And I'm like, okay, what's the game? They're like, each had a 30 rack next to them and no shoes on. They're like just in their bathing suits, just sitting there, just hanging out, sunbathing, and they just were throwing darts across. And if you moved your foot, you had to chug a whole beer. If you got hit, then you had to like the other person had to. It was so fucked up.
So-
like there's guys walking around with darts in their fucking
yeah,
feet.
I've got
I'm
one
like, this
in the
is just
finger,
not cool. I'm
one
like,
in the back and one in the leg. And the only reason house rules at us is
Dude, that
if
hurt my finger.
if you hit the guy across from you, the return dart has to come at him without him looking. So you're just ass up, just ready to take it. And it's up to him whether he wants to stick it in you.
That sounded like an advertisement for
What
the
if
tin
it-
industry.
what
Are
if it
you
gets
taking
stuck in
notes,
there, and
Keith?
then you gotta give them a
If I get a fucking MRI with a dart in my ass, the BB's flying out.
There's a dart in your neck.
I
Could you
forgot
Give
about
a die from Happy Gilmore.
Could you imagine explaining that one to the doctor?
Oh, I'm sure they've seen lots of beer.
No, I think that was from old school, right?
What's that?
It was old school. There's a dart. There's a dart in your neck.
Funny, man. You're funny.
There's a dart in your neck.
So you're saying you're not going to play? You're going to bitch out?
Dude, I will come in here wearing a dress, and I will be unashamed about it.
Dude, just spend like $800 on a chair. You know, these things are comfy. We don't need fucking bolt holes in them.
No,
You're worried about
we'll
the
set
chair.
up the
I'm worried about
plastic
my fucking testicles.
No,
I'm worried
your
about the chairs,
testicles
not
are
us.
covered because the foam's in the way. The
Okay.
only way you're getting it.
Kneecap. I'm
Are you
equally
really
concerned.
worried about a dart coming at your kneecap?
Fuck yes, I am.
It's
I
a
don't
dart.
want. Yes, it will penetrate my kneecap.
I am deathly afraid of needles, but I am not afraid of flying darts.
That makes no fucking sense. I'll take a needle jab any day of the week over a fucking dart in my
All right.
kneecap.
So with this being
What the
said,
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, no.
What were you gonna say?
well, Kyle, what were you gonna say?
Isn't it the same thing, a needle or a dart?
Absolutely
Fuck
not.
no. Have you seen the gauge of a fucking dart versus a needle? Sweet Jesus, needles are made for painless penetration. Darts are made to fucking go in a cork board.
Well, just think of your kneecap more like a corkboard.
Yeah, I'm
be that big
good
of a
with my
deal.
kneecaps being in place and unholy.
That'd be great as you're watching the kids for the week and you can't walk.
Yeah, Dad can't walk because Uncle Greg just shot him with a fucking dart in his kneecap.
But we're going back
You're not
next
whipping
Thursday.
these things. You're not. You're trying
Oh,
to
just a gentle lob.
You're trying to lob it into a beer can.
all right. So you're
So-
not going for full
No.
impaling your buddy.
No.
So there is no full penetration
So I-
you're attempting to do.
No, it's just
Yeah,
the tip.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the tip.
Yeah, just lightly loft the bitch on over
Yeah,
that.
because if you send it home, you're never going to win the game.
Yeah, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
And you're going to end up with a fucking dart coming at you hot.
Yeah,
You know
without-
what?
you don't know where
They're
it's
gonna
going.
repeat. They're
I'll
gonna
wear a dress.
Return.
You guys
send.
play the game, and after the episode, we'll do a recap and see who's happier.
So next Thursday, you're straight up. If you're not going to play, are you in, Rick?
I'll play.
Okay.
He's gonna play coffee darts.
Boy, that confidence is a little shaky now that we're getting
So
real.
now I'm going to up the ante. If you're opting out with no way of
We get
playing,
your cattle prog every time someone
fuck
fucks
that.
up.
This bitch has got to wear a mini skirt. The only way out to not play is you got to wear a mini skirt. For the
Do
whole
you have a
episode.
mini skirt that will fit my rotund?
I'll bring my
I
daughters.
will fucking buy one.
And you can't wear nothing underneath.
Nope, straight up balls.
Yeah, that's all. Again,
So-
here we go with
so
Mr.
get
I'm
off-
not gay Rick. And
get
he's
back
like,
on
no, I want that bitch bare
You just want to
underneath.
see your balls hanging out the
I
bottom.
want to see it dangle out.
You know what? Because
I might
go,
wear one too, just to throw
Kyle
up
nailed
his
it on the
fucking
head.
game.
I do not want to sit across from
I
Brian.
was about to say,
No,
I kick
I
my
wanna-
feet up every time we do
Yeah.
one of these
Fuck that.
podcasts.
I would
No.
sitting in this position right here.
Fuck
with
that.
a direct
I don't want to
view
look
of
at
my
his Oompa
nutsack.
Loompa.
Fuck that. I want to sit across from Brian. Cause I want to fucking spear one of those bitches with a dart. That'd be great.
Everything about this seems like a terrible idea.
Well,
So
you were all,
so
you were
going
all
back to our
scared of the
guest.
fucking mousetrap.
Going back
now
to
you're
our
scared
guest.
of the fucking cattle prod. Now you don't want to do the darts.
By golly, time we're done with this
Get the fuck out of
podcast.
here.
Do you
Yeah,
not
right?
hear the escalation in that?
Yeah, it's getting pretty wild.
Now you're telling me you're scared of playing with a fucking 9mm Russian roulette, pussy?
Ooh, now that's talking some fucking
No,
cool
we're
shit.
not playing that.
Fucking A.
Todd's like, I'm in.
Yeah. What happened to Todd? We blew him away.
two of our freaking listeners will be happy because then we'll be back to our normal fucking
Three.
Yeah, right.
We'll be back to our normal
But,
3.
Yeah. So give us a breakdown of what a tent person does on a daily basis. Like start off from like the beginning and then like show it so you can debut it for all the tenters out there.
I'll give
and
you
make
an
it exciting
example.
for somebody that wants to get into the trade.
Wake up in the morning. You have your morning.
no, let
whiskey.
Kyle tell
No,
us.
I'm just giving
Go
him
fuck
an
yourself.
example.
You know, your morning whiskey.
Is it coffee or whiskey?
It's Bailey's and coffee.
We're not talking about carnies. We're talking about a fucking tent
Well, I mean,
erector.
you got to be a little fucking nuts to put those things up. So do you do a shot in the morning just to lube it up?
It depends how the day before went.
Okay.
Do you really have to deal with heights that much, or is everything pretty much erected from the ground?
No, if you're doing structure stuff, you're in aerial lifts and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, your heights. You can walk on top of them, shit like that.
You can walk on top of one of those fucking things?
Oh yeah,
You could ride it.
They're
now.
taunt.
You
They're
could,
taunt.
Wait, they're what?
yeah.
They're taunt.
They're
And
tight.
if you
They're
fell from
tight.
so if you're ever falling from a plane and like you're like, oh shit, I don't have anywhere to land. You want to
You look
fucking
for a
land
tent.
on a tent. Just make sure you're not on the uprights.
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
feel like the
Those-
bounce would
those will
be.
penetrate you pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not aim for that.
We're
I
not
was
good for
thinking-
penetration.
No.
Okay.
I was thinking, fuck that. Like, that would be like beer darts on steroids.
Yes.
Getting impaled by
too
a
much,
pole.
right?
No thanks. I'll take the lawn. Fuck it.
So now you're bailing out on fucking beer darts?
Yeah, you're all good.
No. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's like beer darts on massive scale. You're just gonna fall out of a fucking plane and land on a tent? No thanks. I'd rather land in the water. I would clearly
Dude, that'd
be
be
looking
like
for
landing in
water.
concrete. At least you got like something to absorb you a little bit. And
You could just tell the tradespeople
think-
are just the smartest motherfuckers
I
in the
think
room.
you've watched too many cartoons.
right.
Yeah.
If
My
it says
finger
acne,
is
give it a rip.
throbbing.
So Todd, tell
You'll
us about that
bounce-
SpongeBob.
You'll
plan
bounce,
you-
you'll
of
bounce
attack
off
you
the
tent,
tent,
there.
and then you'll hit the asphalt and bounce into the asphalt,
You'll
and
be
then
fine.
land gracefully.
Right.
Well, you know, if I hit the tent, I won't die right away.
Pretty much.
I'll die on the second time down after I bounce back up in the air and
Is that
land.
middle tent pole goes through your fucking pelvis?
Well, that's why
Sure
you
you're-
freaking like you
You gotta
dictate
aim
where.
between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not going to ever skydive with you motherfuckers.
Yeah,
just to let you know.
learn to crash dive better.
We're going to up the ante and go without the parachutes.
If you do it 3 times, you're a professional.
That's
I
true.
believe you're
That
true.
is true.
100% true.
Isn't that wild?
No. Fuck that.
Like you do 3 solo jumps and you're
Considered a professional
Yeah.
skydiver?
Yep.
Really? Is that all it takes?
maybe you're just a seasoned skydiver. I think like 1,000 jumps is actual like professional status.
If you look at the trades to be a truck driver now, you go to truck driving school. You log 20.
10 hours.
You go 20.
Yeah.
You go 25
Going for
hours
Swift.
now, and
Yeah.
you're licensed to murder somebody.
What? I'm sorry, I just
Like,
Sure wish I'd
License to
finished
murder.
training.
I mean, they don't make any rules for the 85-year-old grandpa that goes and buys the fucking 60-foot motorhome pulling the trailer.
Oh,
So they're
yeah,
smart.
You don't need a license.
He's fucking legit, dude.
fucking A.
I mean,
Yeah, he's probably an XCDL driver. Come on, man.
I feel like
Yeah, right.
the show, like overall, just had a stroke. What in the fuck are we talking about right now?
We are
We're
We
gonna
went
see
from
CDL.
impaling,
No.
impaling each
this
other
brings up a
on
good thing.
tents.
we are creeping into your old
Like
man
you're driving
fucking
down the
territory.
road and I see a semi truck driver and I'm like, oh, that guy is freaking, he knows what he's doing. And all of a sudden you see a person driving.
He's going,
like,
"Turka,
a
turka."
giant,
yeah, you see the
giant
Swift sign and you're
fucking
like,
fifth
uh-oh.
wheel with a freaking half-ton truck. You're like, what the fuck is going on? But he's towing it.
Well,
We're good.
I just love the fact
Never
that
had
we
to
went
get a
from
license.
impaling ourselves on tent poles to
Driving.
you seen them 80-year-old guys driving down the road with their campers? That's some crazy shit.
You don't think the
often
truck
said-
drivers are tenting down the road?
This podcast needs an entire table full of ADD medication.
It's true. Yeah, it's
Like-
out of control.
Shit, like an hors d'oeuvre tray or like one of those, what do they call them, charcuterie boards?
Charcuterie. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a nice
Charcuterie.
word. Yes.
Oh.
Have you
Yeah.
heard that word?
Yeah, I didn't know you were that fancy out there.
Oh, just
I don't even know what
hold
the fuck
on
that
to your
means.
horses,
I'm on my
sir.
third, dose of freaking charcuterie boards.
What?
What?
Eat some
It
people.
wasn't mine, I just
I
said.
don't think he knows what a
Do
charcuterie
you know what a
board is.
charcuterie board is?
Yeah.
Time to eat
I
some
just put
cock
together
meat.
the cheese and the meats and the third
Yeah.
dose.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. I just
They
blacked
don't
out
come
on
in
that one.
doses.
I was going to say, it's not a drug,
Yeah,
Todd.
they're not drugs. Yeah.
I was literally thinking about a charcuterie board, and then I thought about freaking like Adderall.
did you
and I
drop
was
a little
like, oh,
acid on
shit.
the way
I
here?
blacked out for a
I
minute.
tell you,
Did you drop a
I
little
tell you
acid on the
what,
way
Todd.
over?
Just a little bit.
Shrooms.
Yeah.
Not quite acid trip. Shrooms.
Yeah.
we'll go get him one of those
Where am I at
homeless
Just
tonight?
safe
man.
middle ground.
He can serve him some meat with some famunda cheese on a
cheese.
charcuterie board.
That is
Have a platter.
That brings me down to a question is,
Oh, my.
what is the weirdest shit you've seen in the tent industry?
All right, so I didn't see this, but
So you already failed at the
Okay.
question.
but tell the story though. This is gonna be good.
Yes, but tell the story.
tents will bag water sometimes.
Wait, what?
which they bag water. So water.
Oh, gotcha. So they pools up top.
Exactly.
Okay.
So someone grabbed a stick and started poking up at one of my guys to get the water off. And all of a sudden, they start hearing people saying, "Ow, ow, ow." Well, there's 2 college kids up there banging.
Oh,
yeah! So somebody was getting poked?
right in the butthole.
Oh, yeah.
What? All that impaling we were talking about actually came to fruition.
It was backwards, though. Like, they were getting impaled from the wrong side.
Yeah. Or was it the right side? They just didn't know it until that day.
Going back to that, like, what in the world were those 2 people thinking? Like, let's climb up on this fucking tent and fuck on top
Well, they
of it.
wanted to be part of the Mile High Club.
I know
paying.
exactly what they were thinking.
There's a lot of bounce in that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to bang and we need a spot.
Minimal effort,
But see,
maximum output.
I would have climbed to the top of the tent.
Your guys thought there was water pulling up, but there was no water.
Correct.
Because it had
That's
rained the
right.
night before.
Welcome to the show, Todd.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I'm like,
Back
what the
to
fuck
that
were they fucking in water? Like a pool of water? Like, oh, there's a giant hot tub pool on top of this.
They could have had a squirter up there.
Oh,
man.
Oof, that's true.
Ooh.
I mean,
College kids are crazy, man. They'll do
Watching you
anything.
drink out of that cup is fucking hilarious.
because it says gay pride, or
What is the craziest event? What's the most spectacular event you guys have built a structure for?
Are you trying to make a commercial? What is the most spectacular event you've ever tented?
I think Todd's trying to have a show.
All right. I got a show.
We've done the tent. It was the. I'm not going to disclose who the client is because then people might try to steal it. But it used to be the number 2 most beer consumed event in the country.
Ooh.
So it's like 50 or 60,000 people go to it, and they are rowdy, and they are aged from 23 to 90 years old. I guess.
Is
And it's
this
wild.
is this a concert or a tour?
No, it's a. Everyone comes back to a local university.
All right.
Reunions. But it's wild.
We might have to do some homework on this one.
So
Yeah.
there aren't too many like swinger clubs or like random clubs like that
We
rent
really,
tents
for
from you
the
guys?
Sweat and Grime show, we really expected more out of you, Keith Richards.
I'm sorry. I know it's.
Come on, Kyler. Give
You
it the
know,
fucking
there was
program.
this time that we tented this place, and a lot of people drank some alcohol, and it was crazy.
And we tied them all down and poked the bitches.
You'd never believe it.
I brought my wife, but she couldn't see it.
Yeah.
That was a great callback. That was awesome. So, outside of men's underwear, what is the craziest shit you pulled out of Porta Johns
Or tents.
or tents for that matter?
Left behind.
Yeah.
I mean, you come back after a wedding and you'll find condoms, used condoms under tents, shit like that. People are nasty.
Oh, now that does. I did read something the other day that the industry involved in the wedding venue will put on a kind of wedding fee or a bride charge or whatever. Do you guys, as an industry, bump up a little bit when it's a wedding versus a regular event, or do you just have set rates?
No, it's just set rates.
Okay. Because the guys I was reading were like, yeah, we upcharge on weddings.
Yeah, well, that you're probably talking about the photography. I would imagine.
No,
the
this was
photography
a tenter actually.
Oh, because I've heard absolute nightmares about people who take pictures of brides, and it's just awful.
No, this was a
Dude,
tenter.
our main man Isaac is like the freaking wedding god photographer.
Fuck that.
I don't know if he's the god.
He's pretty
He is
fucking
a
good.
wedding photographer, and he does great work.
He's pretty fucking phenomenal.
He does great work.
Maybe he's just really patient, because I don't know if I could deal with
I
that.
couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
way.
No.
Well, do you see what he deals with when he deals with us?
That's true.
He goes from sheer like perfectly planned shit that he has to figure out to us like, I don't know, just take shots.
I don't know. I just showed up in a miniskirt. My balls are hanging out.
Do you
Take a
think you
picture.
could zoom in 4 times on my butthole?
Can you get a single nut hair in your picture?
I tell you
That's
what.
a challenge.
I tell you what. The way he dresses, he can fucking take photos anywhere.
That's true.
I'm telling you.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, so.
He's a good looking dude.
Think
think he's
so?
hot?
So,
Rick does
is he
think he's
turning
hot.
you on?
He
Yeah.
does.
No.
Rick is at about a $10,000 tent right now.
I don't think
He's
ever
working his way up.
I don't think we've told the story about Isaac coming back from freaking FAA's open house.
What about it?
We're on the plane. We're getting on the plane, and it's Brian and I sitting Was Rick with us? It was
Yeah, we
three
were
of
right
us in
behind
the
him.
very back seat of the plane, and he was in the second. So, Isaac,
the black guy?
yeah. So we're sitting there. Everyone's
Well, hang on.
sitting down.
Back up before you tell the story. You have to let the audience know. So Isaac is
This
super
Passive,
conservative,
quiet,
super like sheltered,
tiny little
like
beautiful white boy.
that's not how I would have
He's a
described
Justin
him, but
Bieber. He's a Justin Bieber.
He's definitely got that metro look.
but
Like
quiet.
he's, yeah,
Kendall.
So he's
very
sitting there.
timid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we are in the back of the plane, like the back last two rows.
yeah, literally.
the
so
survivor seats.
So all of a sudden, there's the window seat. There's a white boy. We don't know who this person
Yeah.
is. And then there's Isaac, the middle seat, white boy. And then
and
all of a
this
sudden,
dude is a
like, this
DJ, though.
plane's waiting. We're about
No,
to take
he
off.
was in the aisle seat.
Yeah.
and the middle
Well-
seat was empty
Yeah. That's where the DJ had to
because
sit.
this big fucking black guy comes in.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
No.
You guys are backwards.
No.
So
It doesn't matter
No, it
if
wasn't.
he was the bread, the peanut butter, or the jelly.
It was a
Get on
fucking
with the
backwards
fucking
Oreo.
story.
That was
So-
the whole fucking joke.
Oh,
So
I do remember
he
you
comes
guys
in. He's
telling me
like,
that.
"Hey, you sure you don't want to sit on the outside so that we can make a backwards Oreo?"
No. He says if I
This
sit,
all got fucked
he
up.
said Isaac was sitting on the outside.
Once
the DJ
again,
was sitting in
ladies
the
and
middle.
gentlemen,
and he
we need
said,
a table full of fucking
No, he said if you
ADD medicine.
sit on the
You know
outside,
what,
I sit in the
goddammit?
middle.
I remember it this
No.
way.
It'll be a backwards Oreo,
No,
and we
he-
all
how
start
much
dying
fucking
laughing.
drugs
No,
were
he
you
said
guys
it's an
on?
inside out Oreo.
This has turned
Because
into
everybody in this
The thing
room
is,
has
no,
a different
Isaac
rendition.
That's
Isaac was sitting in the middle because I was watching his editing the whole way fucking home.
You know
Yes.
what? Hang on. I'm going to tell it, and it'll be funny this time. All right. So here's my version.
Which makes me think you guys were on copious amounts of drugs
You know,
or something
I don't
because
even
there's
think this group needs drugs. We're just that dumb.
I think we, I think we need therapy.
We do collectively as
you
a group.
don't do therapy.
Isn't this therapy right here?
Well,
This
I
is
was going to say
therapy.
we know a dentist now that could set up a therapy tent for
dentist?
us.
I tell you what, dude.
dentist,
If a therapist fucking heard
Kyler
our
the
podcast,
dentist?
Kyler the dentist.
they'd never take us on.
I'm never calling a guy that owns a tent rental anything other than a tentist.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we need to get you some business cards made up. Kyler the dentist. And that's what you just go around handing out professionally.
I floss my teeth with your dentist.
That's what the new professional term, tentist.
Yes,
Which-
not erector.
Which brings
That's
me
tentist.
back.
That's a
The
steel
dentist.
industry.
What conversation were you talking about that Tot was going to get his teeth brushed with the Hitachi? We just had that.
That was last week, or the newest
So
episode.
Grant, for the audience, if
Yeah.
you go back to Grant from Artisan Excavating.
I called out Grant on the last podcast that just aired.
Yeah, so Grant, to update the audience, since we have talked to him, has decided to leave excavating
Well, no,
behind
no,
him.
no, no, no. He
No,
hasn't
no.
officially announced that. That's
Come
just
on, we all know what's going on.
that's just
We all know
our
what's going on.
thoughts.
Grant is not leaving the excavating
That's
realm.
just our
All right,
thoughts.
all right. So he's really found a new thing that's got his interest.
Yes, I'll give him that. There's no way he's leaving excavating.
And,
No.
and it has to do. Can we at least divulge? It has to do with batteries.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's full blown.
He's open for business.
Okay, so he has figured out a way to hack batteries essentially and give you way more power, way more stamina, everything we want in the bedroom.
It's like it's like a damn Viagra for your battery.
Well,
Andrew.
he's taken a battery that would run like a radio for 3 hours, and the battery that he built will run the radio for 3 days.
Right.
You know, so
So the
what we
battery's on
want,
steroids.
what we want to do.
So he's gonna be burning houses down.
Yeah,
So
but
we
we
want to
wanna-
create a Hitachi that you can start a fire with from sheer friction.
Yeah, we want to
And he
hook a
promised
Hitachi
us
to
one.
that, and then we want Todd to play tonsil hockey with it.
That's
I
right.
want to brush Todd's teeth with it.
Yes.
It'll fucking punch his teeth out.
It'll
care.
take the enamel right off of them.
No,
Are you
wait.
good with that, Todd?
I have not listened to that episode, so I'm guessing I missed out on all
Oh
this.
yeah. Well,
This is
put it-
real life. This
Put it
isn't
this
even
way.
an episode.
No.
So
all right.
Grant built a battery.
Yeah, you
that
got
will
the- I-
take
I know about Grant,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he'll take a 1/4-inch gun that would barely turn a screw, and it's doing what?
6-inch 3/8 lag bolts
bolts.
into the end of oak.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So this
So you
shit's
can
on
imagine what
steroids.
that Hitachi's going to do to your
So
butthole.
the 4
Yeah.
million volt
We're
battery
talking about
that
my
he's
teeth,
building.
not my bow.
Well,
No, I'll do your teeth.
we're going to graduate to the butthole.
Yeah.
This
By
has
the
got
time
really weird.
we start knocking your
on
teeth
that note,
out,
hey,
you're going to
I
want to
got
switch.
places to be, guys. I'll see you.
On this episode, dude, this is going to be great. Tot comes
Did
back.
that guy just blow up? Did Kyler blow up?
It's been
dying
happening all
laughing.
evening. I don't know what. It's the damnedest thing.
Kyler, what just happened?
Grant's going to have to hook some shock therapy to this fucking
What'd I do?
Hitachi.
I don't know. It sounded
It's
laughed,
like
I
a
think.
hiccup.
Oh,
That was
I
his
just got
tenement.
that hiccup laugh.
Oh, is that the hiccup laugh you got going on?
Yeah.
I thought you might want to grease that 10 a little bit.
I'm trying to think. Should I do another beer or should I cut it off for
You
this?
should probably
Absolutely
cut it
not.
off.
One more.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
probably cut
One
it off
more.
there, bud.
One more.
No, I'm good.
I feel like one
I have a
more.
guest bedroom.
Yeah, right.
You can just
You
stay
can
here in the
sleep right here.
podcast.
I'll keep you warm at
With
night.
all this Hitachi
The
shit,
only
I'm
weird
like,
thing about it is when when they do casting couch before we get here, I never really know what's on the floor.
You know, we can bring a black light in.
yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that, I don't
So-
think.
So, Kyle,
Yeah,
our
we
new
would.
studio is in Greg's business's office, like suite, and we don't know what he uses this place for
told you,
while we're
fucking
not here.
That's the
Couch.
masterbation room.
Yeah,
You
Jack
come
Shack,
in here,
baby.
we've got a nice black, really thick, lush carpet.
Back black
We got
job.
beautiful leather furniture so you can really hear the.
Yeah.
He comes in here in the middle of the day and just rips one off.
I'm
3
trying,
cameras.
I
every
want to
which
try
angle.
and convince people
Making
that
sure
this
the
is
view's
casting
good.
couch.
If you haven't noticed,
do you let
Greg,
the employees come in and do it too?
Well, that's what we're thinking. Like he has the new hires, he brings them in here and like, hey, so
I tell you what,
You're really interviewing
we
for
should
casting
film.
couch.
We should film your employees going to Pound Town,
Dude,
and then sell it.
can we turn off that monitor and then I'll just take like an employer and an interviewee, turn on all the cameras and
Yeah.
just set them in here and leave for like 3 hours.
so the short answer is yes.
With our Sweat and Grime playing in the background.
The long answer is I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Why is it illegal? We own the
no,
content.
on the outside,
No,
of the,
no, no, no.
on the
It's
outside of the door,
to
we'll
film
put a freaking
Cameras may
disclaimer.
or may not be live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
we,
it.
we will have a red sign that goes there that says live, now recording.
And we just don't turn it on.
No, we just make them sign
we-
a waiver. Nobody reads them anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Here, sign this application for this interview.
But if you go back,
Now, Kyle, do you have
Greg
any
is-
of this cool stuff at your guys' office?
a
No, I don't have a
masturbation room.
masturbation room.
No,
but maybe my
you-
guys would be happier
Well,
if I
fuck
did.
yeah. How many tents do you
may
have at your
have a
disposal?
morale. The
Casting
morale of your
couch?
company may go up if you had a
A
casting couch.
masturbation
Yeah.
tent.
Yeah.
Just deck it out nice.
So that brings me. Did you guys ever see they had like those little safe rooms that you could get now? Have you guys
Yeah.
seen any of
the
this
same guy
shit?
that goes in there wants flex time, you know?
Yeah, they have safe rooms. It's like a little
Fuck
safe
flex time.
space. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to follow you around with that because every one of your employees needs it at least once in a day.
What, a safe space?
Yeah.
I don't think so. My guys are pretty hard skinned,
I'm
but
just-
yeah, no, it's a thing you can buy. It's like it's a pre-built safe space. I saw one on the internet the other day. I was like, "What in the actual fuck?"
oh, that is
this?
not at all what I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
It's like a
I think
little
I'm done.
room you can get
I
in.
thought you
to
were
get
talking
away
about
from
like
your-
an actual safe room, like in the case of a burglary. But you're
No,
talking
no.
about an I need to
Safe
sit
space.
in my
away.
litter box away from everyone
Yeah, it's
else.
a safe space. Yeah, they
Now,
have
how-
pre-built safe spaces.
Are we really to that point as a society that we can't
Oh, yeah.
handle?
I saw that
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, what in the
Oh my God, hold
fuck?
on. Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Rick is in sweatpants and has a boner,
Oh, no.
and he was holding up Todd's coat with it.
Well, we're talking about tenting.
Oh my God, that was
Rick,
fucking
why do you
awesome.
have a boner? You're in a room full of dudes.
Rick just walked
don't-
in
it
with
don't
my
matter.
coat on his schlonzen
And
hanging.
he says he's not gay.
Yeah.
and he says he's not
Ladies
gay.
and gentlemen,
Yes,
I'm
this is
pretty sure Rick's gay.
Rick.
No, I'm not gay. I just
You know what?
know my fucking dick works, bro.
It doesn't count as long as you say I'm not gay
It
afterwards.
is true.
You're,
So-
True.
you're only gay
It's
if
the
you're
only
telling
thing that
yourself,
saves you
boys.
from being gay.
I know I just fucked you in the ass, but hey, not gay.
Didn't like it.
Yep. Had to force my way through the whole thing, all 30 minutes.
You know what I really like is you guys are like talking from experience and you got the stories.
I don't have any real gay experience, but
Greg, you're in a safe space. You're in the nest.
we were just talking about safe spaces.
Tell us how he touched you.
Yeah, we need to pitch the safe spot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like.
Maybe that's-
Once again, I don't have any experience.
Greg, just point.
Maybe that's Keith's new business venture is safe space tents. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you get a safe space to put in your tent?
Boom.
Yeah, it's called a
Oh,
condom.
sure.
You just blew up.
Condom?
You're
It's like Russian nesting tents.
Kyle is gonna next week. I'm gonna look on their webpage, and they're gonna freaking probably have
Safe
this
spaces.
$1 million
Yeah, safe space
idea.
You
Of a
can rent
safe-
it. It's like $20 for
They're
10
gonna,
minutes
they're
or
gonna put it
whatever.
in every single freaking school.
Pre-built safe spaces.
Yeah.
throughout New
You just
Jersey.
go in there. You got a little lamp. You got a nice, comfortable chair.
Before
Pound-
I ADD'd
pound
out,
town.
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe we just have our own dudes only safe space.
I'm
Dudes only safe space.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back
Dudes
to
only
this.
sounds like a gay OnlyFans.
No, AKA Jack Shack
Ah, okay. How you gonna clean
Jack
it?
Shack.
with a fucking
Imagine
power
what that thing would
washer.
look like.
You know,
Is
I
it gonna,
don't-
No,
You know what?
you tell us.
We're gonna
what's it gonna look like.
We're gonna put on Greg's
it's-
vans, Pound Town Tent Rentals. Huh?
We have the largest erections.
that's
From New Jersey.
no one can pitch a bigger tent.
That's
than
why
we
those
can.
fuckers
I was
slur.
googling portable safe, and it filled in the rest of it for me. Safe space.
No, because you
How
looked
much is
it up
one of these
last week.
fuckers?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now.
We're gonna hook you up.
It's like a
Keith.
smart car.
$8,699.
So
What?
are you guys
Fuck
booked
that.
out? So what is a day like a year look like for you guys? Like you guys busy
bigger
all
one's
year? Or you
14.
guys have downtime? Like what is a tent?
So we've already shut out weeks from like April 10th through June 15th,
All
where
right.
we can't take any more work. And then the summer is mainly like state fairs, county fairs, stuff like that.
All right.
And then the fall, you end up shutting down 2 or 3 months.
All right.
And when
By
you say
April.
Now, do you guys teach your guys to plan for that, or
Yeah, so like my guys know when they can and cannot take vacation,
all right?
shit like that. A lot of our guys come from overseas just because it's hard to find guys to work.
Yeah.
Really?
We house 70% of our staff, so we own rental houses and apartments. That they
holy
live in.
shit. Wow.
Wow. So you guys house them?
Yeah.
You got to keep your
And
health
then
somehow.
if they travel, they get paid per diem. We're paying for all their hotel rooms. We're buying lunch most of the time.
And then they get to see the fucking.
Well, let's
the great
ask the
place.
real question. What are you getting paid as a tenter?
I have guys making anywhere from 60 to 120,000 a year.
What in the fuck are we doing in excavating?
I quit plumbing.
Yeah, we're pitching tents, baby. God damn.
I've never been paid that hard for my tent.
And what
No.
does the timeline look for that? Like,
I mean,
How-
really, we work for 9 months of the year.
all right.
Like, we're not doing shit right now. The guys work 8 to 2, 8 to 1.
What? So, all right, here's the real question. As an employee, is my job title a fluffer?
No, but it should be. I like
It
that.
should. Usually they're all fluffers. You're all getting that erection up.
Oh man.
Yeah, they should all be running around with some pink gloves on.
Yeah.
You're going to call them a fluffer? Stroke it.
They got to stroke it to get it to go up.
Absolutely.
You just sit there and just
Well,
caress
you're
the
really
pole.
absolutely. Yeah. You got to make sure that you get the curve worked out of it. You got to get her straight.
I don't
Stand
even
it tall in front of
Yeah,
him.
hell yeah.
I don't even know what to talk to this guy about, but sex. Like that's it. We can't even talk about his trade.
But I'm not gay.
Not at all.
I just don't know what to talk about this
Well-
man about other than
Well, that's
buttholes
where- that's
and
where this is
penises
all
and
going, though.
sex and
We can't ever get off the dick and the erection jokes here. Like, goddamn, this
Yeah,
is
I
like
think we
a
got to
porn
steer this
interview.
podcast in a different direction.
what direction would you like to take it there, drunken
Up.
top?
Up.
Up?
Up.
I don't know if there's any up from here. Jesus.
Well, how do you get her back down?
Oh, that's the question that no one's asked, but everyone's a little curious about.
I checked out. I'm still on the
Is
safe
there a
space
reversal
rental.
pill?
Yeah, you rub it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You stroke down instead of up.
I've never tried that.
you've never tried it?
Down then up? No.
Have you
flip your
tried
hand
the
over.
reverse grip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's tried it.
I mean, there you go. Now you're pounding down instead of pounding up.
There you go. All right. I'm in.
Well, on that note, I think
go.
we've fairly well exhausted this one.
But wait, we got one last question.
That
There's
is
more.
true.
We have the Matt motherfucking time.
If you could do anything other than erect giant tents,
What the fuck would you do as your dream job?
I would be a farmer.
You'd be a farmer.
Yeah.
All right.
What would you farm?
That's what lifelong goal is to have cow and a hay farm.
Come on over.
Wait, say that again.
a cow
I
on a
want to
farm.
have a cow and I want to farm hay.
Interesting.
You know, you could farm. It doesn't take a lot of hay for one cow.
1 acre.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
1 acre per
Yeah.
cow?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what are you waiting on? Didn't you say earlier in the podcast you had 20 acres or 12 or
12 acres.
That's 6 cows.
That's
Yeah.
12 cows if my math is correct.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, where'd you get 6?
Time you
Here,
put
high
a house
five.
in the building on it, and a
I gotta
driveway.
put my slider back up here.
The trainable retarded.
You know, if my math is right, that's about 3 cows.
Well, as we sign off here on Pound Town, this has been a pretty good time, Kyle.
Yeah,
I
Kyler,
appreciate
I'm
you
glad
letting
to
me
have you on.
come on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, thank you for bearing with us as we
Yeah,
work through so many
wonderful.
issues tonight.
I think we
Glad I
all
could be a
need.
part of therapy.
It's been bad.
Well, you should come back for the next session.
Session.
Just the next session.
Session.
He's had too much coffee
Yeah,
tonight.
so
Yeah, we jacked
Yeah.
up.
here it is. We're just going to do a tidy wrap up because this is quickly turning into an absolute shit show. So we are officially.
Bye.
Yeah, there's the Rick Valco. Bye. We'll see ya.
Well, don't go with the gay
Lieutenant
ass.
Dan.
Well, don't go with the gay ass live website shit. You've been lying to these motherfuckers for
All right, so
a
website's
year.
not here.
So
Never
But
gonna be.
Video is actually here. We
Video
recorded
content.
all of the cameras separately
Kyle
tonight.
Richardson
If
is
you
our
want to
first
hear
debut.
a podcast that doesn't sound like a bunch of idiots stroking out, check out the Blue Collar Narrative.
Blue Collar Narrative is absolutely. It's going to be a much classier
It'll be
podcast
here before
than
the
this one.
website.
Yes.
yeah, but it hasn't launched yet. So don't hold your breath.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. So thanks for
Thanks,
listening.
guys.
As always, guys. We'll catch you guys next week on Swag and Grime.
Bye.